usually have a business meeting and a health promotion meeting on Saturday at this time from 8 to 9. So please, every 8 to 9, you're welcome to join us as we learn together to be healthier, as we learn together to be wealthier. So we learn to make money as well as learn to live healthier lives. So today, today's session is going to be about health. So we normally alternate between health and business, and sometimes we combine the business and health sessions. But today will mainly be about health. As we all know, and has been said over and over again, health is the real wealth. So we like to talk about health. First of all, like I said, health is the real wealth, which we all know. We all quote that a lot of the time. And also, if you're not healthy, you really cannot make money. So you've got to be healthy to make money. And the third reason that we like to talk about health is we have probably the best nutritional supplements in the world. I would risk to say that. So it's always an opportunity for us to share with you these different kinds of supplements that we have, so that you can use them to benefit your health, to benefit the health of your loved ones and your friends. So I work with Lion Kings, which is a partner to Neolife, and Neolife uses the super amazing technology to bring to you food supplements that really fill up those gaps that you may have in your nutrition, in your daily nutrition. So you might wonder if probably this is your first time to hear about nutritional supplements or to hear an emphasis on nutritional supplements. You might wonder, is it really necessary to take nutritional supplements because you think you're a healthy person, you eat a healthy diet, and you try your best, to have a healthy plate every day. And I will tell you today that, yes, you might make that effort, and it is a good thing that you do and that you continue to do. But the challenge is that it is not practically possible to live as healthy or to eat as healthy as recommended for us to have a proper balanced diet as would be recommended by the medics. And here are the reasons why it is not possible for you and I to have a proper balanced diet as would be recommended. And that's why we usually say it's important that we all, not only those that are unwell, that we should all take nutritional supplements. And this is why. One of the reasons is that it is not possible to have a balanced diet. I will give you an example. We are advised to take 5 fruits and vegetables every day. But if you just look through your day-to-day, how many different kinds of fruits and vegetables were you able to take? Did you manage to take 3, 4, 5? Because 5 is actually the recommended number. So if you didn't manage to take 5 and you thought you had a balanced diet today, that means that there is something that was missing. So you've got to take 5 different kinds of fruits and vegetables in a day to have the full nutrition. Secondly, we use a lot of pesticides and fungicides on our plants. So which means that the food that we buy from the markets, the food that we buy, that we even plant ourselves, because normally it is not possible to grow food and it's not attacked by pests. So you have to use pesticides. So those pesticides also contaminate the would have been good food. So that means that it also makes their quality deteriorate. So what would have been a good food becomes not so good because of the pesticides that we have to use, unfortunately, because of the pests that attack them. Another reason that we need to supplement is that the soils that where these foods are planted has been depleted because of overuse. So you can imagine if plant growth has got to be supported by artificial fertilizers, the artificial fertilizers cannot compare to the natural fertilizers. So because the soils have been depleted, so that means that the foods that are growing are being supported by something that is not natural. So that means that you're not getting the natural nutrition that would have been in that plant if it had been planted using natural fertilizers. So the fact that the soil is not good, what comes out of the soil cannot be at its best either. So another reason for us to supplement and look at other options to ensure that we get the best out of our nutrition. We've also heard of genetically modified organism, GMOs. So these ones are growing on the market. You'll find very beautiful fruits, very beautiful vegetables, looking wonderful, but then unfortunately some of these are genetically modified. So that means that they cannot deliver the nutritional value that was intended in the original form. So for these reasons and many others, it becomes very difficult for you and I to actually say we can have a full balanced diet without supplementation. So that is why we have partnered with Neolife to be able to deliver these alternatives for us to have a full nutrition, for us to be able to fill those gaps. If the fruits and vegetables that you are taking does not deliver all the minerals and nutrients that you need for your body, then you get additional nutrition from these supplements that have been carefully, expertly made and packaged to deliver to you and for them to deliver those nutrients that will fill those gaps. I'm going to read this is from Thomas Edison. For those of you who know this scientist, which I'm sure several of us will, he's mainly known for his invention of the light bulb and the motion picture camera. A very great scientist who was born in 1847. So during the time of his life and his inventions, he said this: the doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but will rather cure and prevent disease with nutrition. So I think we are living in Thomas's future right now. 20 years ago, not many people actually knew about supplementation. I know that in the Western world, they already did supplementation, but here, particularly in Uganda, supplementation was not something that we knew much about. So it is a growing prevent and cure illness using food. And because we said that the food that we're eating is not optimal, does not give us the optimal nutrition, so we then go to the supplements that are available, very good quality, probably the best quality on the market, that are able to deliver this nutrition to your body and help prevent disease and also support the body to fight disease. So I'll make this disclaimer now. I think I usually try to make this disclaimer normally when I'm giving presentations, but also when I'm responding to messages from people that are inquiring about these supplements, is that supplements are not drugs. It's not, they're not drugs in the normal sense. It is food that is expertly packaged to deliver nutrition to your body. And what that nutrition does to your body is that then it gives your body the ability to fight off disease and the ability to prevent disease. So our bodies are made in such a way that actually, if we feed them very well, they're able to fight off diseases. They're able to prevent diseases. So food is medicine. And just like the quote that I just read right now from Thomas Edison, he was looking into the future then and saying that doctors will stop prescribing drugs and instead use food as medicine. And we are seeing it now. I'm not a doctor though. I'm a layman, but I'm very interested in nutrition. So to talk about peptic ulcers, this is a very common challenge amongst us. And I know that some of us were not able to enjoy our Christmas. You were staying away from this and this and them and had trouble. But even besides the festivities, we usually have people who are struggling with ulcers. You know that you have some in your family, or you are probably struggling with ulcers. It is very, very common, and I'm here to tell you that you don't need to suffer. You don't have to suffer because it is not incurable. Ulcer is actually curable, and I'll tell you how we can support that healing using our supplements. So in way of defining peptic ulcers, it is they're open sores on the inner lining of the stomach and the upper part of the small intestine. So they're actually sort of wounds in your stomach. So what causes these wounds? The main cause is a bacteria called Helicobacter pylori, which we abbreviate as H. pylori, and also long-term use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as ibuprofen. I think you've had people say if you have ulcers, you don't take ibuprofen, so it makes it even worse. It can cause, but it can also make it worse. So there is that bacteria, and then the long-term use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Please note that spicy foods and stress do not cause ulcers. However, they make ulcers worse. So if you already have ulcers and then you undergo stress or you eat spicy food, then the symptoms are likely to become more significant. So what are these symptoms? You'll have a dull pain or a burning. Some will have bloating or fullness, so you eat something small and then you feel uncomfortable. Some will have excessive belching, belching over and over. Then heartburn or acid reflux. Then some will have nausea. And some will have all of these symptoms that I've mentioned. Then in the more advanced conditions, you'll have some that will vomit blood, either in red color, the blood will be red, or black. And then also some will have very dark stool or black stool, that is usually blood. And some will have fainting episodes, and that is usually because they've lost a lot of blood. So through the stool or through vomiting, you lose blood, and yeah, some will feel very, very faint, or will feel dizzy a lot. So of course it is advisable that you get a medical checkup just to see what it is. In fact, just to diagnose. These symptoms can also be a symptom of something else. So it is always advisable that you actually get a checkup, and you know for sure that it's peptic ulcers, and then we can talk about these supplements that I'm going to mention. So when it is confirmed that you have peptic ulcers, just one second. When it is confirmed that you have peptic ulcers, there are certain foods that you're supposed to, or certain things that you're supposed to avoid. And this is things such as alcohol. So the consumption of alcohol needs to be cut out completely because it inflames the sores even more. Coffee, soda or carbonated drinks, tomatoes, lemons, or fruits that are high in citrus fruits or high in acid, fried foods, over-fried foods, processed foods, hot peppers. Sorry, and also avoid smoking. If you're a smoker, you need to avoid smoking anyway. Even if it's not just for the ulcers, but generally smoking is not good for you. And stress. If there is a possibility to avoid stress, it is important that you do, because if you undergo stress when you have ulcers, there's a very likelihood that the symptoms are going to be increased. And then to eat, the foods that you can eat safely that will not make your ulcers worse. These are foods that are, for example, if you're looking at fruits and vegetables, they've got to be those that are low in acid. For example, apples, melon, watermelon, pawpaw, bananas, carrots. Those will be safe for you to have. And then it's also advisable that you go for whole grain instead of the over-processed grains. So instead of eating white bread, you go for whole grain bread, whole grain pasta. You also eat millet, kalo, sorghum. So those will be good. You can also include probiotic yogurt. It is very good for your gut because it has that live bacteria that is good for your gut. You go for green tea. And when it comes to protein, you go for the good protein because remember, you've got to try and make sure that you're having a balanced diet at all times. So you make an effort to have a balanced diet. So when you're going for protein, you go for the good protein, and this is the lean protein, such as lean meat, skinless chicken, fish. Fish is good. Beans, lentils, eggs, and nuts. And then, of course, as all health promoters will tell you, you drink a lot of water. Okay, so that is on the side of your diet, how you're supposed to have your full diet and try as much as possible to ensure that you enrich your plate as much as possible with the foods that I've mentioned that are not going to make your symptoms worse, but are also going to support the body to fight off this illness, to fight off this condition. So now I'm going to talk about the supplements that we recommend for people that have this condition, that has been proven to be the one. So these the supplements that I'm going to mention, I'll just be talking about that element that is related to peptic ulcers. The Neolife supplements are quite one supplement will touch a lot of things. So they are made in such a way that they will support the body functions in different ways. But then for particular conditions, we recommend them particularly. So I'll give an example of aloe vera plus. Aloe vera plus will do a lot of things, including stress management. It will help with digestion, which I'm going to talk about, but also quite a number of things. But for this particular talk about peptic ulcers, just talk about its support in terms of supporting the body to heal peptic ulcers. So you will all know, I'm sure, that you've in one way or another heard about the benefits of aloe vera in its original form, the plant. So the plant has been used for treatment, for treating health conditions, for promoting health and vitality for over 4,000 years. So it was discovered as a healing plant in over 4,000 years. So that means that its healing capacity is proven. So the healing capacity is looked at in, for example, healing burns. We normally use the plant to put on burns, on wounds, and also skin irritations. So usually they say you should have an aloe vera plant at home for some of those eventualities. But then aloe vera plus that I'm talking about right now is not that original plant, but it is a drink that has been made from that original plant, from the high quality aloe vera plant, to deliver a very delicious, surprisingly extremely delicious drink that offers wonderful health benefits. I should have brought a bottle just to show us if there is anybody who hasn't seen the aloe vera bottle. but it's a wonderful drink. Can be taken by, by people of all ages. It's delicious. A medicine that is delicious well, it's not medicine, but you know what I mean. It's not usual to get something that has healing properties that is actually delicious as the aloe vera drink. So the aloe vera plus combines pure aloe juice from the plant, ginseng, black tea, chamomile, and the citrus flavor to deliver that very beautiful drink that I'm talking about. And it has healing properties, pain relieving properties, and also calming effects. So that is how it comes in now to support someone who has peptic ulcers. So the healing property and the pain relieving property comes in to support you who has peptic ulcers. So it is advisable that when you have ulcers, you take it first thing in the morning before you eat anything else, so that it can provide that cooling effect in the stomach and also sort of numb that pain that could have been before you start eating, before you start the meals of the day. So that is now the aloe vera. That is the aloe vera drink on peptic ulcers. But like I said, the aloe vera drink has so many other benefits. So whenever you listen to a health talk speaking about our supplements, you'll be hearing how it will come in. The aloe vera drink will come in to support other conditions. Another supplement that I will talk about is garlic allium complex. This is really one of my favorite. Well, I have a lot of favorite supplements in your life, a lot of favorite supplements, and I usually have all of them in my house, and I take them quite a lot. So I have the second one is garlic allium, which is wonderful. It is wonderful. It is a combination of it's called garlic allium complex. It is a combination of garlic, onions, chives, and leeks, all in one little tablet. And it is very good to fight off infections. So that is why we recommend it for ulcers, because then it counters the H. pylori bacteria that we just talked about. And it also it is good for immune response. It supports immune responses and normal cell growth and renewal. As you know, we are as healthy as our cells. So any food that supports cell growth and cell renewal, healthy cell growth and healthy cell renewal is very, very important, because if your cells are not vibrant and healthy, you cannot be. So that is why we recommend that you always go for the food that are going to support your cell development. And garlic has also been used for thousands of years. I know that some of us have been taking it. You chop it and you swallow. Some have been putting it in our food. Some mix it in other things like kachumbari. But of course, usually the downside of that is that although you get the benefits of the garlic, the downside is that it gives you bad breath. And that is why some people are like, well, I would love to take garlic, but I cannot be the one that is emitting such bad breath. So I'll very happily tell you that garlic allium complex does not give you bad breath. So it will give you all those benefits of garlic and more, because this is very concentrated and very expertly composed, that it is going to give you more benefits than just the garlic that you take from the shops, which I think sometimes is also genetically modified, because I think some of them a lot of them is actually imported, so we don't know under which conditions that they are grown. But anyway, this garlic, you'll get all the benefits of garlic and more, but you will not have bad breath. So you can enjoy that supplement of yours and not worry about speaking closely to people around you and worrying that they will be looking away from your bad breath. Okay, so that is the second supplement for peptic ulcers. For those of you that have just joined after I started, talking about peptic ulcers and how to manage them, how to prevent them, using food or nutritional supplements. And by the way, I forgot to mention this, is that H. pylori, Helicobacter pylori is actually you can infect someone else, so it is contagious. So if you have somebody in the house that has ulcers that you're probably likely to share a cup with or a glass of water with, just know that it is infectious. So if they get on treatment or they get on these supplements, it might be very good that you also take the supplements so that you don't suffer the effects as well. The bacteria is usually found in saliva and in fecal matter. So it will most likely, for the people that you're with in the house, it will most likely be transmitted. If you're likely to share a cup or a glass, it will most likely be transferred through saliva. So there you go. You know that if someone has ulcers in your house and it has been caused by the bacteria, it is possible that you could also get it. So another supplement that I'll talk about, which is also a wonderful, wonderful supplement. I'll keep saying wonderful because I think these supplements are amazing. If you haven't started taking them, please let this be the last day that you're not taking supplements. Get out there and get some supplements for yourself, because we need to be healthier, and we can be, and there are available ways. So I'll talk about carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex. Carotenoids are colorful organic pigments that are produced by plants and algae. So you see those very, very colorful, fruits and vegetables, and those will be under the carotenoid family. We'll talk about, say, strawberries, peppers, red peppers, carrots, peaches. All of them will be under the carotenoid family. So that tab that is in the carotenoid complex is formulated to contain those fruits and vegetables that I just mentioned, and each one will have tomatoes, carrots, spinach, red peppers, strawberries, apricots, and peaches. And listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wonderful fact that will blow your mind. The supplement is equivalent to 115 kilograms of raw fruits and vegetables. 115 kilograms. That is the equivalent of the supplement. 115 kilograms of quality raw fruits and vegetables. So that's saying, yes, you might want to say that you're living healthy, you're eating healthy, but what are chances that you can have 115 kilograms worth of quality raw fruits and vegetables in such small quantities into your body at one point? So that's why I say, yes, we need to eat healthy, but we also need to supplement to ensure that we get all that the body needs for us to thrive. And because of the wonderful composition of this supplement, there's been research that has been made around it. The research has proven that when you take this carotenoid complex, it is going to improve your body immune function by 37% in just 20 days. So in just 20 days, your body immune function will have been improved by 37% in less than a month. So, if that has not wowed you, I don't know what will. And you know that we are as good as our immunity, as the immune system of our bodies. If our bodies are able to fight back, then we know that we can live healthy lives. Okay, then the next supplement that I'll talk about is chelated zinc. So chelated zinc has a lot of functions, just like the other supplements that I just talked about. But for the benefit of this health talk, which is about ulcers, I'll just talk about those that are related to managing peptic ulcers. So chelated zinc contributes to the normal function of cells and protects them from oxidative stress. So this here is yet another supplement that is going to support the health of our cells, and by protecting them from oxidation or from oxidative stress. Chelated zinc is also great for cellular repair, and also supports the metabolic process. Plus, it heals internal wounds. So besides supporting cell health, it also helps with metabolism, but also helps with healing internal wounds. And here with peptic ulcers, we already mentioned that there are wounds, there are open wounds, or there are open sores that are in your stomach or your upper small intestine. And when we say chelated, the word chelated or chelation means the covering of the supplement to offer extra benefits. And in this case, the supplement, the chelation or the covering with very unique properties helps to maximize the absorption of the supplement into your body, because sometimes the supplements that we take, if they are not carefully made and researched about to ensure, sometimes they can counter with other things that we're taking in the body, and that disrupts the level at which they get absorbed. But the chelation that is done for zinc ensures that the body actually absorbs and is able to get all the nutrition that was intended for it. But besides that, also the chelation ensures that the supplement does not irritate your stomach, because some stomachs can be irritated by zinc. So the chelation helps to ensure that there is no irritation. So you can take the supplement comfortably without any issues, but also get maximum benefit because it will all be absorbed properly into the body. Then I'll finally talk about TreeNN. TreeNN is yet another special supplement. I believe that if you've sat through any of the New Life health talks, and whoever is doing the training is talking about health, these nutritional supplements, it is very likely that they will mention TreeNN, because TreeNN is like a must-have for most of the conditions or for a good health. So TreeNN is made with whole grain lipids and steroids from rice, soy, and wheat, and it ultimately ensures a healthy cell. As you know, that our bodies are made from millions and millions of cells, and these cells reproduce. So if your cell is healthy, it will produce a healthy cell. If your cell is unhealthy, it will produce an unhealthy cell. So for you to ensure that you have a multiplier effect of healthy cells, you've got to start off with a healthy cell. So what TreeNN does is that it allows for the cell membrane to be permeable, and which allows for nutrition to enter into the cell, because you've got to feed the cell. So it ensures that the nutrition can enter the cell, and also that waste or toxins can exit from the cell. So you don't want a toxin buildup in your cell. You want them to be able to, to be pushed out. So what TreeNN does is that it makes it easy for the cell to do that by making the membrane more permeable, to bring in the nutrition and also to exit the toxins and the waste. So I've seen multiple times from my colleagues, talking about being tired of being tired. There's like chronic fatigue or chronic tiredness, where we are permanently tired, and not because you have any particular illness, but because the cell in itself is fatigued. So, and that is sometimes due to, toxin buildup in that cell. So when you revitalize the cell by taking TreeNN, and allowing it to have its normal function, then you will have also more vitality in yourself, more energy, because your cells are healthier and functionality. So even the food that you eat, because I mentioned that the cell, when you take TreeNN, then it allows for easy absorption of nutrition. So the food that you eat, for it to enter into the cell and do its job, the cell in itself, the cell's ability to receive that nutrition has got to be supported. So, and even the supplements or even the medication that you're taking, if you're on any kind of medication that you're taking, the TreeNN will support to ensure that that medication also comes into the body, and we also know that the medication that we get from the hospitals oftentimes has side effects, and some of those side effects are the toxins that they leave in the bodies. So if that toxin is able to leave the cell, then TreeNN will support to ensure that that actually happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I wanted to talk to you about peptic ulcers, and to give an overview of how we can use new supplements, bodies to be able to fight off these illnesses. But also importantly, and probably more importantly, if you do not have this illness, or you're healthy and vibrant, it is actually you want to prevent the illnesses. You want to give your body the enough immunity to fight off any illness, rather than now come on the tail end of the illness and start treating it, because it ends up being more expensive, but also drains your body, drains your finances. It can be a source of stress. It can be a source of anxiety. So as they always say, that prevention is better than cure. If you are still young and vibrant, are welcome to actually take these supplements. I wish I knew about them when I was still in my 20s, but I'm also grateful that I got to know about them a little later than that. And since I got to know about them, I've not looked back, and they've not let me down. I've had so many stories from various people that have benefited from this. So many stories. Just I think it was yesterday that I received a message. It was actually in a group which some of you might be on, actually, where somebody was talking about how their diabetic mother is improving since she started on your life supplements. I think they'd got a toe amputated, and and things were looking sort of going downhill for them. But ever since they started taking the new life supplement, they're beginning to see some hope. So this is just the most recent testimony that I saw. but there are thousands and millions of testimonies out there of people who are living vibrant lives through taking new life supplements. So this is a call to you and to your family, to your friends, to encourage them to start on these supplements, irrespective of whether they are unwell or not. And if this is your first time on the call, and you have some questions, please feel free to check with the person who has invited you for this meeting, and you get some answers. But also there's quite a lot of information that is available about new life supplements on the web. So you can Google and find out a bit more. But you can also contact me directly if there are any questions that you might have regarding the same. So I would like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for making the time for this health talk. I hope that it was beneficial for you. I hope that it was worth your time. And we'll see you again next week, same time. Have a lovely night. And I also wish you a wonderful, wonderful year ahead, full of good health and wealth. Bye-bye.